Hey all you cool readers and SFers, welcome to the Whitney Files. Today we will discuss artificial intelligence, what to be excited about, what to worry about, and different ways that we use artificial intelligence, and in the entertainment fashion as well as in real life. Imagine driving in 1995 to a destination a few hours away and realizing you forgot your map. You end up having to stop at a gas station, purchase a paper map, and reroute your way to your destination. But now imagine driving in 2021, where your destination is a few hours away and you already have a map at your hands. All you have to do is type in the coordinates in your GPS that's built into your vehicle or your phone. Because of AI, there is no need for a paper and map now. GPS is just one example of artificial intelligence that excites people, and it's also a crazy huge convenience in everyday life, especially during travel. Almost all phones have a Maps app. Siri is also another form of artificial intelligence that's on a smartphone. Siri is the personal assistant that can do so many things for you, such as play songs and record dates in your calendar. She can set alarms or make phone calls or even message people, send emails to someone from your contacts list. She could also add a contact for you. And anytime that you have a question, all you have to do is ask Siri. If you want to know how long the Brachiosaurus's tail was, all you have to do is ask Siri and she will have an answer for you within seconds. And she can even talk in a whisper if you whisper to her. She can sing if you ask her to sing a song. She can beatbox. There's so many things that Siri can do that is just beyond our understanding with technology. And there's so much that goes into making each of these unique and convenient and ready at our hands. But all of this is new. This was not stuff that you would find a long time ago. Artificial intelligence has really came a long way to help us have an easier life. We all dream of having an easier life. I remember when I was younger, back in the 90s, with my friends, and we would talk about how one day we would have a car that just drives by itself, or even a flying car that would get us back and forth to work if we had to work. And it was dreamy. It was something that we never thought could actually happen, but we sure did hope. And in 2020, the Tesla came available commercially to the public, and it's a self-driven car. As an adult, I kind of laughed at the fact that what I hoped for as a child is now actually a reality. And as cool as these cars seem, I don't believe I would ever actually get one for myself, at least not anytime soon. As a mother of 3, I'm not sure I would risk such new technology with my children in the vehicle. But it turns out I'm not the only one with concerns, because according to carsurance.net, the percentage of people that would actually feel comfortable and, actually drive a self-driving car was 56%. So although these cars give us warnings and they require at least one person in the vehicle that kind of tend to the warnings, it's very possible that one day you will see that a self-driving car doesn't actually have to require a human being in the driver's seat or even in the passenger seat. I'd like to see a news survey to see how many people would be comfortable with that. Although it sounds exciting, I can only imagine that there are plenty of risks that go along with a self-driving car, human or no human. Self-driving cars can be a little worrisome, but I'll tell you that's not the only thing that we should worry about when it comes to artificial intelligence. One main thing is our jobs. Our jobs are at stake. There's a lot of factory workers in the United States that depend greatly on their job to survive, to pay their bills, to have food and clean water. And it seems that the more that time goes by, we hear that robotics are being installed in factories, and eventually factories will need less and less humans to operate and build products. According to an article on time.com, a lot of companies and factories started using machines with artificial intelligence during the 2021 coronavirus pandemic. And they used these to replace workers that could not be present during their shutdowns and to replace those who were sick or needed to quarantine. Because there was so many absent from these workplaces, they had to think quick, and they created these robotic machines to do the work. And when people were able to return to work, many of them realized that they were not needed anymore. Their job position was gone. It was taken over by artificial intelligence. The article also stated that since the pandemic, 42% of other jobs were lost by humans to jobs that were taken over by robotics. By 2025, they're estimating that more than 2 million jobs will be replaced by artificial intelligence and machines, which makes 2 million jobs, give or take, to just be gone. Gone for humans, gone for people who want to come and do the work, but they can't because their job has been replaced. 2 million jobs. If that doesn't scare you, I don't know what will. Even though this does seem logical for companies to do, because machines, they just can't call in and they don't get sick, they don't need vacation time or holidays off, they don't gripe about their job, they don't need maternity leave for pregnancy. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why a company would see this as beneficial. But there are also a lot of jobs that are at risk, which includes construction workers, manufacturers, fast food workers, IT workers, telemarketers, proofreaders. I mean, the list goes on and on. And what we need to take into consideration is that these people need these jobs to survive in life. I mean, that's something that scares me. Some people are really afraid of artificial intelligence that, not just what they see in the movies, but what's going to affect their life. The life that we're trying to live right now. The life that we're trying to provide for our children in the future. Will they be able to find jobs? Because over time, artificial intelligence is going to eventually take over more than what you think. Most people don't see this when they think of artificial intelligence. I asked my husband, what do you think of when I mention artificial intelligence? And his response was The Terminator. And The Terminator is a great example of artificial intelligence in the world of science fiction. A robot with flesh and blood, eyes, hair, a perfect picture on the outside of a human being with a robot body on the inside. A robot that is on a mission to kill one person, but many have to die in the process, especially anybody who gets in his way. A robot that seems to continue on with his mission no matter what hardships he goes through. Pain is not a problem. The robot was built to endure. It was built to fight and to be resistant of someone fighting back. The Terminator was powerful. The Terminator had one job. The Terminator could not be stopped. You cannot convince the Terminator to abort his mission. He was designed to kill. And the more people I talk to about the Terminator, the more I've found that people fear this artificial intelligence will eventually lead to robots that make up their own decisions and can't be told what to do. They'll have a mind of their own. I really had to think about it. It had me thinking that this movie was made to be scary. This movie was made to create fear. And it was created for an entertainment, purpose. Even though the Terminator was not real, people worry that one day it could be real. In modern day, we're finding that the creation of artificial intelligence to use weaponry is in the works. Of course, artificial intelligence isn't being used to create Terminators, but we can expect them to use it for war purposes. Some people may believe that it's about, crime and punishment and worry that they're going to abuse it. But the Russian Prime Minister actually made a quote about artificial intelligence that's being used for weaponry, saying that they plan to use it for great practical significance in various areas. Honestly, it's possible that artificial intelligence is going to be used for rescue missions, even protection. But do you ever wonder if there was ever maybe a glitch in the system? What could we expect to happen? Or do you ever wonder if maybe someone could abuse the power of artificial intelligence for their own purpose, for their own enjoyment or reasoning? That worries me just a little bit. Another thing to think about is, should we be worried about intelligent robots? I was watching Ancient Aliens, Season 13, Episode 13, The Artificial Human. They have a robot named Sophia. This robot has eyes, it has cameras, it can recognize individuals that walk up to them. It can process speech, back and forth speech, answer, questions. This robot has natural speech. I mean, it can perceive feelings. It can feel if it's supposed to be sad or if it's supposed to be mad. There's actually places that are giving these artificial beings rights, just like humans. Sophia, for example, became the first robot to be granted citizenship. That is bizarre. Robots like Sophia, they're so lifelike, and they need to be treated like humans because they also have feelings and intelligence just like us. The danger is that we will get carried away with our own, genius, our own ideas and excitement towards these robots. The robots of the future are depicted as virtual humans with human knowledge. I mean, they are going to know just as much as we do, but way more. And eventually, with many experiences in life, robots like Sophia will eventually want to do what they want to do in life. They are going to be so intelligent that they're going to actually do things that please them. They will have arguments. They will have feelings. They will not put up with stuff that we don't put up with. It's going to be robotic figures that look like humans walking around, and some of them we may not even know the difference between them and a human. This can be super exciting, but it seems that some worry that eventually robots will take over and end humankind. They're not going to be able to reproduce. So, robot after robot after robot, eventually, will they take over? I don't think so, but a lot of people do. I asked a friend what they thought about it, and they said when a robot becomes self-aware, that could be really dangerous. They'll be able to access every computer system in the world. They could shut down grids and power systems and more. And I just wondered, to myself, how realistic is that? Why would they want to? What would be the point of it? These artificial intelligent beings aren't made to be dangerous. The main thing that I worry about is that AI will create new types of life form. And eventually humans will not be needed for a lot of the workplace, jobs that are available right now. But do I think that robots are going to take over the world to the point that humans are non-existent? Absolutely not. I believe AI has been wonderful for creating new technologies and conveniences for us. I do worry that it will take over our jobs, though, and that humans will have to find other ways to make a living. It's just what's happening. We see it right in front of us right now. We should be worried about that. But as far as Terminators go, there's not going to be one. However, I do want you guys to go out and do your own research. Make up your own opinion on artificial intelligence. See what you have to feel about it. For me, I'm not worried about Terminators, but I am worried about our work, our jobs. What will there be left after artificial intelligence takes over our workplaces? Thanks for watching the Whitney Files. Hope you guys have a great day.